Hi folks, Kenny from ScotPhil here. It's my 25th anniversary. Okay, 25th video of 2020. Who would have thought it? Beginning of March, I thought 6 weeks, 4 to 5 videos and then I'd be away. 6 months later, I'm still here. Aren't you lucky? I'm going to do a kind of question and answer thing this week, so hang around for that. But firstly I'm going to do the local news now, rather than at the end. Unfortunately, due to the virus, we've had 2 deaths reported in Scotland earlier this week, which are the first since July the 16th, which is a bit of a shame. In Aberdeen, the pubs, etc., all opened on Wednesday, which is good for them. That's them coming out of the enforced lockdown. In Dundee, swimming pools, gyms, etc., they're all going to be opening next week. Currently, the Cooper Angus positives are way up, 160 odd, I think, or 170 at the last count. Although still no lockdown in place, so they're obviously having to isolate, but there's no lockdown being enforced. And the Dundee school positives, I think they're up over the 35-40 mark. Again, they're having to isolate, but no lockdowns. Also, another little bit of news is that the Dundee V&A Museum reopened, I think it was yesterday or Wednesday. Can't quite remember, with a Mary Quant exhibition. Now for the question and answers. These are things that I've found sometimes in the comments, sometimes on email, sometimes with a little text. And it's just various things that people have been asking me about over the last 6 months since I started doing this. So I've got a few to rattle off and I'll go through them now. First one, how much to subscribe? Nothing. Doesn't cost anything to subscribe. Just click on the subscribe button. That'll give you a notification direct from YouTube every time I put a new video up. Adverts on the channel. There's no adverts on my channel. I'm not saying that I won't monetize the channel at a later date. That's always possible, but at the moment, no. I've only got a few subscribers, a few videos, unless there's maybe something at the start, before you play it. That's nothing to do with me. Sharing the video. I've done another little spot about sharing, liking. Here it is. Subscribe, like and share on YouTube. Underneath the video that you're watching, you'll see a few buttons. Here's the like button. It turns blue once you've clicked it. That's to say, thumbs up, like that one. The subscribe button is down below. Click on the subscribe button and make sure the bell has been activated as well. This way, you will be notified direct by YouTube anytime I put a new video up. You can also do it at the end of my videos. You'll see up here there's a big circle appears with my picture in it. If you click on that, you can subscribe that way as well. Also, you can share videos. As far as I'm aware, the share the share button gives you the opportunity to share the link to the video, not any part of the video. I think you have to get permission for that, either from myself or elsewhere. But if you just want to pass on the actual video to someone else, click on that share button and you'll have a few options which you can use. There's also a couple of other things there that you can use to save the video for a later date or as a favourite or one of your playlists, and a few other options as well. That's the main ones. You can click on the like button here, turning it blue. You can subscribe down here, which gives you a notification from YouTube every time I put a video up. And you can click on the share button here, which gives you the options then to pass it on to somebody else, pass the whole video on to somebody else. What equipment is in use? At the moment, I'm only using my tablet, which I'm recording on right now. I have my phone, and I have my laptop and a gimbal, handheld gimbal. Obviously, of course, my green screen too. And that's it. That's all I'm using at the moment. Everything else I have is already in a crate and it's already arrived in the Philippines back in February and it's waiting for me there. When are you going to the Philippines? Now, I don't know if that's somebody saying, for God's sake, will you get out here? Or just a regular question. Anyway, I don't know is the simple answer. I'm waiting for the airports to open. I'm waiting for airlines to say it's okay to go. There's a few things I'm waiting for. The earlier the better, but I just have to wait. What do you need to visit the Philippines? Well, anytime I went to the Philippines previously, it was just for a holiday. Now, anything from 2 to 4 weeks, it varied. But what you can do is you can go direct to the Philippines once it's open. You can go direct to the Philippines as a tourist with your a passport. And now I'm talking about somebody from the UK, specifically Scotland, but from anywhere in the UK. With your passport, and you will get 30 days in the Philippines without having to apply for separate visa or anything else. If you do apply for a visa, I think you get up to 59 days. But for anything up to 30 days, so a 4-week holiday is 28 days, that's within the 30, so anything up to 4 weeks, you're fine. Just take your passport. You will fill in a form on the plane before you land, and that has the usual questions: where you're from, what's your passport number, da 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 da, and also where you're going to be staying. So if you've pre-booked a hotel before you go, then you use that as your address in the Philippines that you're going to. What do you need to retire? Okay, that varies. And again, I'm speaking as a Scotsman going to the Philippines to retire. So this is going to be what I'm doing. And as I'm over 50, that's the category I'm in. There's two categories. There's a 35 to 49 and there's a 50 plus, and I'm in the 50 plus. So what I'm doing is I'm going to apply for an SRRV. Now that's, if I get it the right way around, Special Retirement Residence Visa, or Special Residence Retirement Visa, one way or the other. There's a few things you need for that. One of them is a certain amount of money. I'm going for the classic. There's a Smile and a classic. SRRV Smile, SRRV Classic. The Smile, you need to put, I think it's the equivalent of $20,000 into a verified account over there, which you can't touch. If you do take it out, then you have to leave. But while it's there, you can apply for your SRRV. Once it's granted, you can come and go as often as you like. There's no need to get any visas or anything like that. Same with the SRRV Classic. You have to put, I think it's the equivalent of $50,000 into an account, but you can use that money to invest, such as buying a condo or buying land or building a house or whatever. As long as you're using it to invest in the country, then you have access to it, and you're granted the same rights as the SRRV Smile. You can come and go as often as you like, and you don't have to worry about any visas or anything like that afterwards. It's a bit more involved in that. That's a very, very brief outline, but that's the one I'm going for. Another question: what about the pubs in Broughty Ferry? Good question, actually. You'll know that in a previous video I did a little walk around Dundee, just showing some of the pubs that I've already been into since the lockdown lifted. And I've been asked about Broughty Ferry. Well, I haven't actually been down to Broughty Ferry yet. I'm intending to do that next week, so I think we'll probably get a few pictures of some of the pubs in Broughty Ferry. We'll see what they've been doing down there. That's about all there is for this week. I can't think of anything else I'm needing to say at the moment, so look out for next week's video. And until then, please remember, hit that button down below there and turn it blue, and so that people know you're liking my videos. And also, of course, if you haven't done so already, please click on the subscribe button. Make sure you're subscribed, because I will be stopping the texts and the email notifications that I send out fairly soon. Although, of course, if you're subscribed, you will get a notification direct from YouTube, and that's the only way you'll know when I've put a new video up. Thanks very much for doing that, and hope to see you all again soon. So stay safe, stay well, see you soon, hopefully.